A Philippine preacher on the FBI wanted list remains in a church compound in the southern city of Davao. The Philippine National Police making that declaration on the 11th day of the manhunt for this fugitive pastor. They were responding to statements from some quarters, including the camp of Vice President Sara Duterte, that Apollo Quiboloy had already left the city. Police believe Quiboloy is holed up in the 300,000 square meter Kingdom of Jesus Christ compound that has been the site of police operations for more than a week. Last month, police said around 60 uniformed personnel were wounded in attempts to serve Quiboloy an arrest warrant for child abuse and human trafficking. In the United States, he is wanted by the FBI for sex trafficking, fraud and cash smuggling, amongst other charges. To find out more, Buena Bernal joins us live from Metro Manila. Buena, what's the progress on the search by police for Quiboloy at the church compound?
The police chief of the region of Davao in southern Philippines addressed the press Tuesday to detail his observations in their ongoing manhunt in the 30-hectare religious compound of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, headed by fugitive pastor Apollo Quiboloy, and he said that they were able to search a building which he reluctantly described or tagged as a school, and said that there was a bedroom within that building that seemingly, based on items within that room, was occupied by a male person, and that adjacent to that room or interconnected to that room are other rooms that seemingly, based on items in those other rooms or bedrooms, were occupied by female persons. And his working theory there is that the bedroom that's seemingly occupied by a male person was previously occupied by the pastor. And this goes aligned with information from the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation saying that there were allegedly personal assistants dubbed as pastorals who were followers of the pastor, who cleaned his room, who gave him massages at night, and even were forced to have sex with him in a routine that was called night duty. Now, in the Philippines, an alias Amanda also surfaced before a Senate hearing, saying as much that when she was 17 years old, that she was forced to have sex with the pastor. And the police general who is leading this manhunt is explaining that the ongoing search here really is about securing justice for victim survivors like Amanda. Now, academic research in terms of violence against women within the context of religious sects have little literature in terms of the appropriate interventions, but they have consensus in terms of how hard it is for victim survivors in the context of religion to speak out, because they see the religious authority as a quote-unquote highway to morality. And the police general was saying that in this context, it should be seen as a search for justice for victim survivors where the perpetrator is an influential person, in this case, even with ties to local politicians, due to the command votes that this religious sect is able to secure during elections. Let's hear from the general.
Ang ginagawa natin ngayon ay maaring ibang-iba sa nakita nyo sa nakaraan. Sapagkat ito ay hindi basta trabaho lamang ng isang pulis o ilang pulis. Ito ay kasaysayan sapagkat ginagawa natin ang mga bagay na maaring magiging basihan ng iba pang mga gawain sa hinaharap.
You just saw the Buena, the police officer, stressing that they could be making history. So this is clearly action that is very important to them. Now, if the preacher is in fact, as police believe, inside the compound, what's stopping them actually getting to him right now?
One, of course, is the vastness of that property. To give you an idea of the scale, 30 hectares is equivalent to some 74 football fields. So this is an unprecedented case, not just because of the influence of the alleged perpetrator involved, but also the vastness of that property. The other factor that the police is citing here is that they're saying they're not able to conduct the search within their own terms because of resistance from the followers of that religious sect. He's saying that, for example, when they search that building, which he hesitantly described as a school, but the religious sect's lawyer describes as a Bible study area, that the followers or minders coming from the religious sect actually pressured the police to have only female law enforcers enter. Of course, this was not followed in the end, but it did show that level of resistance coming from the followers. On the other hand, the legal counsel of the religious sect said that, in fact, the fact that their cathedral is inaccessible to them as the search is ongoing is proof that they do not dictate the terms of this search within their religious compound. Now, there's a considerable number of police within the premises of that compound, as you can see in the pictures, and reports also that to augment the number of police forces, even personnel from northern Philippines were deployed additionally to secure the area. So the religious sect's legal counsel is saying that this is in fact police excess. Let's hear from the lawyer of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ.
Can that be a ground for them to conduct an omnibus search, no, and a random search, and even a very intrusive search, such that they have already dug a hole, almost 8 meters already, no, in the JMC, which I have been wanting to secure confirmation from them. And secure their clearance, because if you would go near the JMC basement, no, they would form right away and they would arrest you.
Oh, thanks. That Buena Bernal reporting live to us there from Metro Manila.